Welcome back. You're watching Closing Bell. Now, we've had an avalanche of bad loans hit the banking industry over the course of the last couple of years. Last week, news broke that SBI is for the first time looking to sell up to 5,000 crore rupees in bad loans. The list of banks looking to offload NPAs is getting longer by the day. RSIL, the Asset Reconstruction Company of India, indicates that around 20,000 crore rupees of bad loans have been put up for sale in FY14 versus just 12,000 crores in FY13. P. Rudran, the Managing Director and CEO of Asset Reconstruction Company of India, joins us here in studio to talk us through what's going on in this space. Good afternoon, Mr. Rudran. You know, the total sort of amount of bad loans is 2.43 lakh crores. Yes, so 20,000 crores is you know, a small fraction in terms of what is going to be available to your industry. But for your industry, it's huge, and this is the first time you're seeing this kind of business,
correct.
Isn't
this
it?
Is the first time. In fact, it is not 20,000. I think 20,000 came from, I think, last year or something. This year, almost about 42,000 crores.
42,000.
Loans have been offered for
already.
sale. Have already been offered for sale by the banks. Total banks.
This is including the 5,000 crores that SBI was supposed to offer.
I don't know the SBI's. I don't know the amount offered by SBI exactly, but this is a rough estimate that we have done. You know, there is no authentic information as such, but we have done a rough calculation of the various offers have come, which is more than 40,000. Yeah,
how much would it have been last year? Because
last year it was pretty less. It was last year. I think it would not have crossed 10,000 crores. It would have been 10,000.
So it's almost four times the number of loans coming to the market in terms of.
If you look at the
RSIL has been able to purchase how many of these, sir?
No, last year we had purchased about 740 crore, 741 or so. This year also we are substantially high. We have got very good.
Is there appetite for 40,000 crores of bad loans amongst all the asset reconstruction companies, some of the private equity players that are jumping into the fray? Is there enough appetite to absorb this 40,000 crore rupee set of loans?
There may not be an appetite for the entire 42,000 crore or 50,000 crore, but substantially all the IRCs have strengthened themselves to take over more assets. That's right. That is one thing. And second thing, compared to the previous years, this year the asset sale has been mainly on security receipts basis.
Right.
So there the investment by the asset reconstruction companies only 5%, mandatory 5%. Of course, you can offer more also. There are certain ARCs which are offering more than 5%. Mandatory requirement is only 5%. So because of that, many ARCs will be able to
What is the capacity of all the ARCs put together in this country in terms of the number of loans that they can purchase? Because I'm trying to understand whether all 40,000 crores can be absorbed by the reconstruction industry or many of these banks hope to sell these loans but will find no takers.
No, that's very difficult to assess at this point of time, I think.
But give us a rough estimation.
No, I'm sorry, I will not be able to assess that at this point of time. Why? Because, as you rightly said, for the first time in 10 years history of asset reconstruction companies, this is the first time so much of assets have come in the market.
Right.
And people are not prepared, or all the organizations are not prepared to so there will be a little bit of taking positions. Maybe this year becomes
this volume.
Benchmark.
How does that affect pricing for you? Does it make it much more attractive for you?
It is not attractive, basically, because
it's not a demand supply thing, but it's quality. It's a matter of quality.
Quality depends upon the availability of underlying assets.
Right.
If underlying assets are there, see, the first thing is when a account becomes NPA, the bank will try its own first of all, and after some time there will be some enough number of reasons for them to offload it to asset reconstruction companies. So
the low-hanging fruit in terms of asset has already been exploited by the bank. It's only after that it comes to you.
That only it
so
comes
your job is obviously more difficult in being able to recover that account, right?
More difficult, but only thing is that we are a specialized institution. ARCs are specialized institution for recovery of NPAs and for distress assets management. So that specialization will help them to recover more money, which ordinarily would not have been there in the
No, that's fine,
hands
sir.
of
But
the
even
banks.
then, you're limited by bandwidth. You're limited by the quality of assets coming to the market.
Yeah.
You're limited also by the size of your book or your ability to take on these loans. So I'm just curious to know, of this 40,000 crores, would it be fair to say that almost half will stay unabsorbed by the asset reconstruction business?
Maybe.
Maybe
so this
So
year.
those 20,000 crores that banks are hoping to sell, they will not be able to offload from their books.
Yes.
They find it really
Yeah,
very tough
yeah,
to do
yeah,
so.
very tough to do.
Okay.
Can you tell us what's the average number of days these loans are overdue by? That NPA become NPA after 90 days, but these 40 to 40,000,
No, these are all
very old.
Yeah, many of them are dated NPAs. Of course, there are some recent NPAs also, where the banks the banks do not want to hold it on their books.
Okay.
So they offload it to the asset reconstruction companies. But
How-
most of them will be
How
the
successful
old,
are
NPAs.
asset reconstruction companies like yours in being able to recover these accounts, sir?
We have been quite successful. When
Can you
one
give
of
us a
the,
success
one
ratio
the-
of some
yeah.
sort?
You see, our recovery is always whatever payment we make, whatever price
Because
we
the
pay,
redemption of the
we-
securitization receipts is based on this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is based on
Yeah.
your ability to
ability
recover the
to
account.
recover,
Yeah.
ability to recover, and if you look at the price which we have paid and the recovery that we have made, that is that will be always more than 100%. But only thing is that no lot of expenditure is there. Sometimes there is a delay is there. The management fee.
So
has
give
to
us
be
a
paid.
success
Yeah,
ratio,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
sir? Because we don't
Success-
know, I mean, what the RCL
No, success
numbers look
ratio,
like.
you
so-
see, success ratio, it is very difficult to
Okay, so
say
the RBI
in
gives
terms
you-
of recovery.
Okay.
Yeah.
RBI gives you 5 years to do it, but
Yeah.
generally how
We
long
can
does
take
it
up to 8 years.
You can take up to 8 years.
Yeah,
But
8
what's the
years.
average time you've been
Average
taking so
time,
far?
if you look at 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years we can recover.
Okay.
Yeah, but except for the legal cases where it's where some of the borrowers are going to different courts like High Court, Supreme Court, and all. There it takes time.
Okay.
Because our legal system still some more reform is necessary.
Okay. So
Unless that-
does RBI recognize that because they?
Yeah, RBI recognizes that. Not only RBI, all the government, everybody recognizes that, and reform is being thought about.
Sir, can you
Yeah.
throw some light on the quality of NPAs that are coming to the market right now? I know it's difficult to generalize because these are different banks, but are they typically, SME accounts that are coming to asset reconstruction companies like yours? What is the size of the loan on a typical average basis?
See,
to give us an idea.
mostly, most of the accounts are, within, you can say, less than 500 crore.
Less than 500.
Total loan. And there are a few accounts where more than 500 crore is also there, but mostly you will find that upper medium scale units, you can say. Small scale also is there, so MSME units are also there, but upper SME units will be the majority of
So the big
cases which
industrial accounts are not
which
coming
will-
to you?
Pardon?
The big industrial accounts are not coming to you.
Big industrial,
The large corporate accounts, the
some of-
large corporate
No, it
houses.
has come. It might have come at RCL particularly. No, we have not looked into
Okay.
those cases because that requires a different kind of.
So most of
skill
these
set.
40,000 crores are SME larger SME
Larger
kind of
SMEs,
loans
SME,
within the size of 500 crores or below.
Yeah, 500 crores or below, 200, between 200 and 500 crores you can say. And in case of RCL has got a retail division, so we take smaller loans also, loans in the retail segment or smaller SME loans up to 5 crores and all. We resolve separately by a retail division. We have got 17 branches and almost about 300 people working on the recovery.
So you've had to
efforts.
expand capacity over the last
Yeah, we
6
will
months to
expand,
be
yeah.
able
That's
to
not an
meet
issue in
this,
India, no, we
because
have- we
this
can
is a
expand.
problem that
Yeah.
will continue for the next
we
year
are
or
the,
two at least, right?
In fact, of all the ARCs, I am proud to say that we are the ARC which has got enough strength financially, technically, and also from the human resources point of view, we have got very good skilled people to manage, particularly the reconstruction activity which we have to take
so
up.
a bad NPA cycle is always good news for you. But what to your mind is the cause for this big jump in this year's? What's
Big jump is, you see, macroeconomic situation is not that good, and that is one reason why the payments have not gone to the banks, and every project is affected, so the recovery is affected, and particularly in the medium scale sector, when the payments are not going there, they can't take the small jerks here and there, so immediately it becomes an NPA. And settling the accounts of the SMEs is still better compared to the large accounts. Settling of small and medium enterprises accounts, that is much easier.
Can you talk us through some of the banks that have come to the market more recently, sir, in the last couple of weeks?
I think almost all the banks have come, it's to name
including SBI. So has SBI started offloading some of those 5,000 crores of loans?
They have announced, and it has come also in the market.
It's already come. Can you give us an idea of how much has already come into the market?
I don't know the exact amount, but
roughly, approximately, in the last, let's say, month or two, in terms of, offloading
No,
activity?
our rough estimate is maybe 3,000 to 4,000, maybe the idea, I think.
From SBI?
Yeah.
So about 3,000 crore worth of loans has already come into the market in the last week or so?
Yeah, we have not picked up,
Yeah.
but it has come in the market around 3,000 to 4,000. Even yesterday, Madam also was telling, who is our chairperson also.
Right.
Madam Sondra Kumar, she was also telling in your own interview that around 3,000 to 4,000
crores of
Okay.
And you expect all of these to be closed by the end of this financial year?
No, I don't think it will be possible, because only hardly few days are left now.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for joining us and giving us some insight into how this asset reconstruction business is going to proceed from here onwards, given the avalanche of NPAs. We're going to take a quick break, Senthil.
Yeah. On the other side, we'll take a check on all the mid-cap shares that are buzzing, and lots of them buzzing. The index is down about almost 3/4%.